everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for another episode of What's Your Why Wednesday. Today, we are joined by the amazing Linda McCoy. She is the owner and president of Mortgage Team One, and she's the president of NAM, the National Association of Mortgage Brokers. Linda, thank you so much for joining us today. It is truly a pleasure. Okay, so Linda, we know that a lot of us came into the mortgage industry by accident, but we stay in the mortgage industry because it's tied to our personal and professional why. So at this time, Linda, please share with us, what is your why?
My why is because I love helping people. I get so excited when, somebody walks through my door and they're wanting to buy a home. It's just exciting to be a part of one of their high, I guess, stress level type, things in their life. And hey, I'm a problem solver, and it's a challenge and I enjoy it so much. And you said we get in the business by accident. We sure do. I can tell you, I'm here by accident also. Uh, One day, my husband and I was an interior decorator for 17 years, and my client base was drying up, and I lived in a little community in the Mississippi Delta, and all the big, I guess, cotton, producing companies moved in and took all the little jobs of all the little people. And, they moved to the city. My clients just kind of, went away. So we packed up our belongings. We moved to college to finish our degrees. And we were we finished our degrees and we were on the waiting list for Ole Miss. And what happened was they didn't take anybody off the waiting list. So we came to Mobile, Alabama for the summer. And we went ahead and got our real estate license. And one day a little lady walked in and she said, "Hey, somebody's offering $1,500 a month for a loan originator." And at that point, it was like, my husband, he's only got two jobs right now. I've got three, so he can do it. And so that's what happened. He took the job and we accidentally got in the mortgage business that way. He was over there probably 3 or 4 months and he said, "Quit everything you're doing. Come over here with me. We're going to be mortgage originators." So that's what we did. And that's
Oh
how I
my God, I love that. I love that story. Linda, what year is that? Like I'm
that
trying
was,
to, yeah.
yeah, that was 1993.
Wow. Okay, because I'm trying to put it into perspective of what was going on. So in 1993, that was probably when the interest rates were coming down, right?
Right, right.
Yeah. So a
Yeah.
lot of those high interest rates from the 1980s, it was just starting to come down. So there was probably a lot of business and homes were reasonable then. Like you definitely had more opportunity of people to purchase, at that time. Wow, that is awesome. I love that. I love that. And you know what? How wonderful is it that so many of us have those crazy stories of how we came into this industry? But again, we stay because, like what you said, you're problem solving, you're helping others, you're showing the opportunities, and you're making a lasting impact, not only in their families, but the generations that come after them. So it's so wonderful. It really, really is. Speaking of that, okay, here's my most favorite question. So, Linda, through all these years, I know you've helped so many families, but there are certain families or certain situations where when you're helping them, you realize that impact. You realize how much of a difference you have made on them. Can you please share with us one story that just has stayed with you because it has touched you so much?
Well, I had this little lady that she came in and she said, "I don't know how long it's going to take." She said, "But I'm going to stick with you and I'm going to see what you can do for me. And if it takes years, it's okay. Just let me know what I need to do so that I can be a homeowner one day." And so I sat down, I pulled her credit, I looked at it, and we always ask all these kind of questions, and I said, "Well, you don't have a lot of money. How have you been living all these years? She said, well, my husband died recently, but he was a veteran, and click, click,
Yeah.
here we go. Was he, it was his death related to, something in the military? Oh yeah, he got some kind of disability. And immediately I thought, okay, wife of a disabled veteran, she's going to qualify. And so I asked all the questions, got the information, and pulled her credit. And there was a few things that she had to do. And it was so exciting because I knew right then, hey, she's going to get a loan. And that, because I knew so much about veteran loans and things like that, I knew she qualified. And it was so exciting. It was only like 6 weeks she was in her new home.
Wow.
And it was like, I'm gonna tell you, back then it was like I maybe 40 or $50,000 home. It wasn't a whole lot. But a few years later, I get this call from this doctor. He's buying a $400,000 or $500,000 loan, and I asked him who referred, and it was Ruby Lee. Yeah, it was like, oh, she was the maid of this doctor. But isn't that wonderful? It's just
Oh,
so exciting. He listened to his maid, he told him who
oh,
to go to get his mortgage.
oh. But
It's
here, but look at that, Linda. Number one, she said, I'm going to be stuck with you for years, right? So she thought there was no way she was going to be able to get this home. And then you, the best part, you asked questions. And that is one of those things that a lot of times, if we just, listen and we don't ask the questions and then listen, we miss pieces. So thank you. That is fabulous. Love that story, Ruby Lee. Okay. That is so fabulous, Linda. Okay. One last question. Linda, you've been in this industry for quite some time, just like me, and you've seen so many people come in and out. I'd love to hear your advice for someone new coming into our wonderful industry. What are some tips that you would like to share with them?
Well, I have been in business almost 30 years, and I see people go and come. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't love helping people, if you don't have that passion for helping people, then you probably don't need to be in this business. But if you love to network with people, talk to people, and enjoy that, hey, this is probably the business for you. It really is. And I have to laugh, and I've told the story a few times that my dad, when I was 5 years old, I started in school. They asked about selling magazines, and they had this little camera. And so I thought, oh, I want that little camera. And so I sold the most magazines. And when I got home and I told my dad I had won, he says, I'm not raising a salesman. And I kind of laugh when I hear that story now, but to myself, I think, hey, I am a salesman. I always was a salesman, and you have to be. So if you're a salesman or you like people, then I think this is such a wonderful business to be in. It really is. You can visit with people, you can help people, and what more? I would say, happiness can you get when you see somebody that really wanted a home, and you can put them in a home and they can live there and with their family and raise their families. I mean, that is so rewarding to me. I just
It
get
is.
excited about it.
Number one, I think we're all salespeople, right? I think
Yes.
all of us are salespeople, and I think that is a great trait to have, right? Because we listen, we're selling ourselves, right? We're selling what we do in business. We're always doing something. So that is
Well,
a great trait. You got it very early, and that is
well,
fabulous.
his exact words were, "I'm not sending you to school to be a salesman. I'm sending." But hey, he never knew that that's exactly what I would be.
I love it. And you're right. I have found that you either love our industry or you hate it, like meaning you just don't understand what the power of this, what we do, the powerful effect that we have to put people in homes, to be able to help them budget, to be able to help them build equity, to be able to utilize that equity for other things. It is absolutely life changing, and it's a blessing for us. But not everyone wants to be part of it, and that's okay because maybe their gift can be put somewhere else. But you're right. You have to absolutely feel that passion and love for it and to help other people and to be able to be in it for the long haul because it's a fabulous, fabulous industry. That's for sure.
It
Yes.
is. And I can't think of anything I would like to do more than what I'm doing right now.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do. And we wish you all the best, Linda.
Well, thank you, Laura. I appreciate that.